Before we begin, I have an unbelievable story as to what happened to me through the course of the weekend. I believe it was Friday. I start hearing about New Zealand, shooter in New Zealand. It was initial reports, so they were, spotty. A lot of it was speculation. And I paid attention, and it got me thinking. Something that was said got me thinking. I listen to Fox, and I'll say this. I heard, I believe it was Friday, some reports about it. And then Saturday, nothing. To and from work. And Sunday, I didn't go anywhere. So, I went to my parents' house. Nothing. Gutfield. I watched Gutfield with my parents. Watched Gutfield, and he came on in the beginning and gave a little thing about what happened. And essentially said, we're not fucking talking about this. And I was like, well, Jesus, alright. So I was like, well, cool. Finally, somebody's not talking about these assholes and making them superstars. Yes. And didn't hear anything Monday. Didn't hear anything today. And it was interesting because I heard that one little part, that one little thing that got my brain churning. This guy had decided that he was going to plead not guilty. And he said that, God damn it, he said the reason he was going to plead not guilty was because he killed evil people. He felt there was no crime there. And it's sparked up a campfire of thought in my head that I had kind of let go out to nothing. It sparked that up again. People think people are evil. And that's a weird thing to say. It's a weird thing to wrap your mind around. I've been thinking about this for a very long time. People think people are evil. When you think about it, you think, oh, this person's evil. Because you don't like them. And you don't know what else to call them, because you call them everything else. They're evil. Just evil. It's one thing to do that. It's another thing to believe it. And there are people that believe that large groups of people are evil. For real evil. And for the most part, it doesn't really matter. It leads to Twitter violence. And whatever. Some kids get beat up. And that's always unfortunate. And it seems like it's getting more and more and more. And I'm like, people think people are evil. And I started to contemplate, what exactly does that do? What exactly does that wind up meaning? And I was like, well, where are people going to draw the line? Against evil people, people that they think are evil. Where do you draw the line with that? And it rekindled the campfire so much that somebody left a comment on my video about revisiting the danger in eggs. And they left a comment essentially saying, your video wasn't that bad. Lindsay's just evil. And I left a rather lengthy comment saying, your comment's fine. I get you. I don't think that you're a nutbag, right? So I think I can actually talk to you. And your comment's fine. I'm not upset that you made it. It's just the thing that I've been thinking about, and I laid it all out for him. I even used a superhero reference, which I will relay to you because I think it's awesome. I said, like, superheroes. Batman. Right? Started playing Batman. We'll get to that. We'll get to Batman. So, I'm like, Batman fights, the Joker is fucking evil. He's as evil as it gets. Pure evil. He does shit just so people can suffer. That's it. It's pure whimsy to him. The lives of humans. He's evil as fuck. And Batman won't kill him. Batman has established that line. Batman does not kill people. Period. And Superman is the same way. Except when Superman turned evil. Superman killed the Joker in the Injustice storyline. Right? Superman kills the Joker. Now, granted, the Joker forced Superman into a Scarecrow-induced hallucination somehow. And he saw Lois Lane as Doomsday. And he grabbed Lois Lane and flew her out into space. The Joker had also attached a remote detonator with a heart monitor to a nuclear bomb in Metropolis. So Superman killed Lois Lane and then blew up Metropolis. Superman, distraught by this, killed the Joker. And then all of a sudden, Superman is now evil. And it's like, you know, it's odd, mixed messages like that, where you go, well, okay, well, Batman won't kill evil people, but Batman's Batman. That's what makes Batman, that's what set Batman apart. But there are other, you know, Daredevil used to kill motherfuckers left and right. He didn't give a shit. You know? Like, supervillains die all the time, but they get killed by the heroes every once in a while. You know? And you're like, what? But, you know, where are our heroes? Where are our superheroes? Where's our line? Are we Batman? Or are we weird Injustice Splinter Line Superman? Because who says Superman? I mean, Superman went full evil. Like, they weren't fucking around with that storyline. Superman went full on evil. But after he had just killed the Joker, you can kind of be like, kind of been waiting for somebody to do it. You know, like, god damn it. How many motherfuckers does he have to kill before you go, alright, dude, you no, it's the death sentence for you. Like, no, like, so, at that point, was he really evil? It's hard to argue. And that's where it's like, that's where I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. Because it's like, how are we going to live to Batman's standards? And not just full on want to kill people that we think are evil. Should we think anybody's evil like that? Unless they really are. Like, I can think of evil people. Charles Manson. I would say that he was an evil motherfucker. You know? It's awfully evil. Fucking Jeffrey Dahmer is eating people. That's pretty fucked up. You can point to a lot of people and go, yeah, they're evil. You know? But somebody who's just wearing a red hat? Like, that earns you a beating? It's not a swastika band. Why are people acting like it is? Because they think it's evil. You know? And it's like, fuck. And so that was like Friday night. And then Friday night, I was like, you know what? I'm getting Batman. And I got the triple pack of Batman games. And I didn't make videos over the weekend. Because I was playing Batman. And I didn't watch any news, anything. And I didn't really pay attention to the news. And they didn't talk about it on Fox. So I didn't know what was going on with the whole thing. And then Monday comes around. Right? And then Tuesday comes around. And I start thinking, alright, I gotta do the video. Because this is getting too long. And I gotta do a video. So I made a video, which I may or may not post, because I may or may not get it edited, because I think this is more important. So this will be the video that I will be posting no matter what. And while I'm trying to edit the fucking video, I start looking at the news. What have I missed? Right? And then I run across a video where somebody read portions of the manifesto from the New Zealand shooter. And it was fairly horrifying to me. Because Waz's video kind of kicked it up a little bit too. He certainly built the campfire, and then that dude's comment just sparked it. Or what the guy said his plea was going to be just kind of sparked it. But, you know, Waz called into question the role of people during Gamergate. Like, he went back that far for it. But the role of people in Gamergate, you know, coining all the phrases, SJW and all that kind of shit, and ethics and all this fucking stuff. And it's like, you know, what would have happened if everybody would have just looked at Anita Sarkeesian and went, meh, and not given a fuck. It's just been like, this bitch is crazy. Let's just ignore her. If everybody would have just done that, how different would the world be right now? You know? And what was Gamergate? It was fucking nothing. When it comes down to it, it was nothing. It was people bitching about video games. It was the last bastion where girls had yet to tread. Like, gives a fuck, man. Like, the whole thing was so dumb. But it started a whole thing on YouTube. And I got into it. And I tried to stay out of it. I tried to just do the news. But the news became that. So, you know, like, here I still am doing this thing. And this dude, he was a fan. Not of mine. As far as I know, I wasn't mentioned. But, like, Candace Owens was mentioned. PewDiePie was mentioned. Subscribe to PewDiePie, he says. And the motherfucker outright states that he's doing it to kick up the culture war a little bit more. Make it get a little bit more unhinged. Sow a little bit more distrust. A little more separation. The media will predictably attack PewDiePie and Candace Owens and everything that they've ever said. And because they've already been doing this for a long time, it's going to be one of those things where people are going to be like, oh, hearing about PewDiePie again. Oh, Jesus, he's attached with this New Zealand guy? Wow. It's like Hungry Hungry Hippo now. The forces are amassing. It's this weird slow ballet that's so oddly forming. If you're paying attention to everything going on and you're putting the pieces together in your head as you go, you can see it now. It's so very clear. It's like Hungry Hungry Hippo. You've got all these different sides who want these different things, and they're all trying to gobble up people in the middle and get them to their side. Because nobody's truly centrist, except that one ball you can never get. But who gives a shit about that guy? It's one ball. And I honestly can't even tell you which side this guy fucking is trying to work for. He just wants chaos. He just wants discord. He wants everybody to start fighting. For real. That sounds pretty evil to me. And predictably, media outlets are digging at PewDiePie. And everybody's yelling and screaming. Man, I just wanted to play Batman for a weekend. And not have to... I don't even know. Do my little part to try and calm everybody the fuck down. Like, you can't let this guy win. And he's winning because it's working. Amping up more crazies to do more crazy shit. I mean, fuck, man. Like, what? What can you even do? Because, I mean, if you're fully entrenched in a side, but you can't look at what's going on around you, shit, man, like you're a grunt on the field. And it's a virtual field that is played out in the virtual space of Twitter and YouTube. And everybody can see it, and everybody can watch every part of it. Everybody has full access to all the knowledge you need to understand not to pick a side. Because both sides have fucking crazy people on them. And beyond that, you get to this weird infinity loop wraparound where you've now stretched so far and so right that you are now meeting in the middle again. But on the opposite side of sane, you have now gone full fucking tilt crazy. And you just say, fuck it, I just want everybody to kill everybody. And God help this motherfucker. Man. He figured it out. He found out a way to kick it up another notch. 49 people. In a church. And it's like, somebody knew. You know, somebody knew. Somebody reported this guy. You want to know how I know that? I don't even actually know that. I haven't actually heard that reported. But I can just predict that at some point somebody said something to somebody about this fucking guy. And nothing happened. I feel it's an inappropriate time to do the haha told you so shit, but nevertheless I do think it's an interesting thing to point out that recently there was a guy that was caught before he killed a bunch of people who had decided that he wanted to attack as many fucking Democrats as possible, but yet didn't really care so much about politics. He just wanted to kill as many people as he could. So it's like, cool. So at least there's one time where somebody said something and somebody listened. But you hear it every time. Every time somebody shoots up a church, a synagogue, a mosque, a mall, a movie theater, a workplace. Every time somebody shoots a whole bunch of people anywhere, you always hear about, yeah, there was some shady shit they were talking on whatever. And, you know, but it is a heavy feeling of hopelessness that just permeates you in situations like this, where the fucking asshole comes right the fuck out and says it. We're doing this to start the culture war. And the news outlets, a lot of them, decide we're not going to report on this guy. And I'm kind of sitting here going, I think that might have been the wrong play. Like, I just think it might have been the wrong play. I think this is a manifesto you want to read live on national TV, so that everybody can hear how he was trying to manipulate them into starting the second Civil War over evil red hats and subscribe to PewDiePie because he's a Nazi. Like, fucking shit. And then maybe, just maybe, when they hear the, oh, PewDiePie's in league with this dude, they'll go, man, I don't know, because I actually heard that in the manifesto where he said that shit, and I'm not buying it. That's play. I mean, he outright fucking says it. So, obviously, I condemn what this prick has done. Not a fan. I think his manifesto should be published so that everybody can read it, so that they can understand a little bit more, maybe, about what's going on But at the same time, I kind of think of it like the oldie time Pope used to think about the Bible. That I'm not entirely sure if the average citizen is capable of understanding what's going on. Because already people are using it as a weapon to bludgeon the other side. And obviously, thoughts and prayers and whatnot, for what it's worth, go to the families and survivors of this horrific event. Thank you all for listening. Just I don't even know. Stop letting other people tell you what to think. Your mind is your own. Use it.